The glass doors of a prestigious Manhattan bank swung open. The usual rhythm of the bank, keyboards clicking, hushed conversations, the distant hum of machines, suddenly halted. Donald J. Trump had just walked in. No assistants, no security detail, no cameras, alone. The security guards stiffened, exchanging glances. Employees at their desks looked up, their eyes widening in recognition. Customers paused mid-transaction, whispering to one another. Trump walked with purpose, straight to the loan officer's desk. He didn't glance left or right. No hesitation, just a man on a mission. When he reached the counter, he didn't waste time. He reached into his wallet, pulled out a single-dollar bill, and placed it on the desk. "I need a loan." His voice was firm, emotionless. The young banker behind the desk blinked. She glanced at the dollar bill, then back up at Trump's face. A billionaire. Asking for a loan? She forced a polite smile. "Of course, sir. How much are you looking to borrow?" Trump didn't even pause. $10 million. The banker felt her stomach drop. $10 million? Her fingers hovered over the keyboard. This wasn't a standard request. She hesitated. "And for collateral?" Trump didn't say a word. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a set of car keys. With a controlled motion, he placed them on the desk. "My Rolls-Royce. Use it as security." Silence. The whispers in the bank grew louder. Nearby employees exchanged looks. Some stood up slightly from their chairs, trying to get a better view of what was happening. A billionaire, one of the richest and most controversial figures in the country, was asking for a loan and using his luxury car as collateral. It didn't make sense. The banker looked around, unsure of what to do. This was beyond her authority. She needed the manager. She excused herself and rushed to the corner office. Inside, the bank manager, a man in his 50s with years of experience, was reviewing paperwork. She knocked urgently. "Sir, we have a situation." He barely glanced up. "Handle it." "It's Donald Trump." That got his attention. Within minutes, the bank manager was at the counter, facing Trump directly. "Mr. Trump, you'd like to borrow $10 million, correct?" Trump nodded. "And you're securing it with your Rolls-Royce?" Another nod. The manager hesitated. It didn't make sense. "Sir, forgive me for asking, but why do you need this loan?" Trump smirked. "That's my business. Do we have a deal or not?" The manager glanced at the car keys on the desk. A Rolls-Royce was worth a few $100,000 at most. The loan was $10 million. This wasn't standard banking procedure, but this wasn't a standard customer. After a long pause, he sighed. "All right, we can arrange it." Minutes later, the paperwork was drawn up. Trump signed every document without hesitation. The Rolls-Royce was taken to the bank's secured parking lot, where it would remain until the loan was repaid. The bank employees were still buzzing with confusion as Trump walked out, $10 million richer. 1 week later, the truth comes out. 7 days passed. The Rolls-Royce sat untouched in the bank's secured parking lot. Employees would glance at it whenever they walked by. Why would a billionaire leave his car at a bank for a week? Then, Trump returned. He entered with the same confidence, walked up to the same loan officer, and slid a check across the desk. He repaid the full $10 million, plus just $30 in interest. The banker took the check, still confused. She glanced at Trump. "Sir, if you don't mind me asking, why did you take this loan? You could have used your own money." Trump smirked. The room went silent, waiting for his response. "Where else in New York can I park my Rolls-Royce for a whole week? For just $30. Silence. Then, laughter. Some employees shook their heads in disbelief. Others grinned. Customers whispered to each other, some in admiration, others in shock. The billionaire had just outsmarted the entire bank. Trump collected his car keys, turned, and walked out. The Rolls-Royce was waiting. This wasn't luck. This wasn't just a trick. This was strategy. Trump knew how banks worked. He knew how interest rates worked. And he just proved, once again, why the rich stay rich. Would you have thought of this? Let me know in the comments.